The Prophet ﷺ, he says in a narration, he says, if it's the case that there are three people together, then don't let it ever happen that two people in that gathering of three, that they quietly converse amongst one another. And the implication here, he says, excluding or leaving out the third. Because that moment or that experience of being left out of the conversation, it will cause that person to experience deep sadness, grief. Like if you backbite somebody, they may never figure it out, right? They may never hear about it. But what it does to you as a person and what it can do to the fabric of the community and what it does to this person's reputation, there are so many layers and ripple effects of how it damages people. So it's forbidden because it is such an odious thing to do that it starts to rip through the fabric of ummah, right? This idea of connectedness that we all are supposed to belong to. If somebody backbites, they don't realize it, but they're disintegrating the fabric that binds us together. This one's interesting. And some of the great commentators, like some of these incredible minds of hadith commentary, Imam Nawawi and others, they actually addressed it so beautifully. Imam Nawawi, he begins, he says this prohibition that we find in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the prohibition itself, is only because it causes a person sadness. That's the reason why. The prohibition is why? Because the effect that is caused is that it makes the person feel sad. Can you believe that? Can you believe that we adhere to a way of life, a faith and a tradition that literally will prohibit something, make it sinful? Why? Because it makes somebody feel bad.